Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. It's another Friday, what sold on Poshmark. But this week is a little bit different. I am going to dive into it. I decided to put my Poshmark closet on vacation. So I don't have a sales update because I haven't sold much. And I know that a lot of you have been wondering, why is Nicole still on vacation? What's going on? So we're going to cover that in this video. Today is December 18th. And a lot has been happening in the world of reselling. So if you're a reseller or maybe anyone in the US right now, you know that our shipping is a disaster. So the United States Postal Service is completely backed up in shipping. It's like unprecedented of what's happening right now. The increased rate of online shopping due to the pandemic is causing a ton of backlogs, as well as people, being sick, not being able to come to work, as well as just the holiday season. Shipping in general is always a little bit wild. So we have major delays in shipping, and there was a lot of stress happening in the Poshmark community. There was accounts being closed because of late shipments, because packages weren't getting scanned in. This last week has just been a wild ride. So it looks like Poshmark has fixed that. I actually reached out to the CEO. He responded. He put in... I posted about this on Instagram, but it looks like they have upped the threshold for like canceled sales on Poshmark. So you shouldn't see your account impacted due to the shipping. And they also started sending out, yesterday I saw these emails coming out that said, hey, just so you know, your shipment's going to get there late. And if you go into tracking, it says like late delivery on it. So Poshmark, it looks like is handling it, but for my own sanity, I decided to put my closet on hold. So I put my closet on vacation mode, which means that nothing can sell. People can still see my listings, but they cannot purchase them until January 1st. This also gives me a couple weeks to do some back-end stuff, get my books ready. I have other projects that I'm working on, so I just needed to pause that. I didn't want to disappoint any customers by their packages being there late, especially people who might have been shopping for Christmas. And I just felt unsure of everything that was happening with shipping on Poshmark, because here's the thing. If someone doesn't get their order within a certain amount of time, they can cancel it on Poshmark. So let's say, luckily all my orders are scanned in right now, so I don't have this concern. But let's say my postman picks up a package and he doesn't scan it right away, and it doesn't get scanned in and doesn't get scanned in. If it doesn't get scanned in for, I believe, 10 days, don't quote me on that. I think it's usually a week, or let's say 10 days, then the buyer has the opportunity to cancel that purchase. And then I lose out on the money from that. And so since Poshmark doesn't have a fix for that, I just felt like, I'm going to take a step back, and I'm not going to have my closet active right now. I have a lot on my plate, and that was my choice. So I might turn it back on after Christmas. But I do know that I'm going to keep it off at least through Christmas. So at least until next Friday, I'm going to keep my closet on vacation. Again, I might turn it back on after that, or I might wait until the 1st. It's just going to depend on how I'm going to fill it out. I'm gonna see how things are going. And I do know that I am lucky enough to have multiple streams of income at this point. So I have the luxury of doing that. I have the privilege of being able to turn my Poshmark closet off. I know a lot of you depend on reselling full time, and so that's not something you're able to do. But I will say this, before I turn my Poshmark closet off, last weekend I had 2 sales. I sold a hat and a canvas shopping tote. So I had $35 in sales last weekend, because this is just not the season that people are shopping secondhand items. So that really cemented I'm just gonna pause my closet. I'm not seeing a lot of sales right now because it's the holiday season, and I don't want to risk an item not getting scanned in and then being canceled and not being able to get paid for that. So That's what I decided to do. I know lots of people don't have that option, but if you do, you might consider it, you might not. You have to make decisions for your business based upon what's best for you in your business. The other thing is I'll show you guys, I've been working very diligently on the reseller planners. So we shipped about 600 of these out, and I have been monitoring the tracking and the shipment of these very closely. There is a ton of them stuck, and that's not good. I really want to make sure that these get to my customers in time. So monitoring the reselling planners on top of the Poshmark stuff, it just wasn't a feasible option. So if you ordered your planner, it should have shipped. And if you're waiting for information about that, give me a couple more days. I'm following it closely. I know a lot of them are just stuck in transit. There's planners that I shipped out 2 weeks ago that have not arrived to their destination yet. It's a mess out there, and I'm so sorry. The other thing is, I know a lot of you you did not order your planners, and they did sell out. I did sell out of the Q1 planner. And I had a lot of people messaging me saying, I really want to get the planner. I didn't see it in time. Is there any way to still get it? So I opened up sales again on the planner, and you can order it through this weekend. I'm going to place an order on Monday of whatever sales come in, and they will not get to you by the first of the year. So you might miss a couple weeks in your planner, but they will get to you by mid-January, and this is the last of them. I'm not going to be ordering anymore. This is it, and there's no discounts on these ones because I'm going to have to pay a premium to do a small batch order, but I really wanted to make sure that everyone who wanted this tool and they wanted this planner was able to get it. If you have not seen it, it is a quarterly planner, and so there's lots of fun stuff in here. There's like calculations of how many items you need to list each month, and then every day for the quarter has 2 pages. So it has your schedule right here for time. I use a time blocking method, and then your daily goals, your top 3 goals, how many listings. This is new items sourced, number of items sourced, the amount spent, your average cost of goods, how many items sold, the amount, the average sell, and your month to date. And then of course a full page of notes, because for me personally, I always have 2 different notebooks. I have like my day-to-day schedule planner, and then I have a plain like gridded notepad, and I wanted to put everything into one so that I could keep my notes and my planning together. So that's why these are by quarter, because they're very thick. They're very thick, but it should allow you to keep one book. And then it has the end of the month. So at the end of the month, there is some tracking stuff for you to go over to see how you can improve, to look forward, to see how much you made this month, all of that good stuff. And then Amanda, my designer, did a lot of really fun like quotes and all kinds of stuff for the book. So anyway, these are available. So if you want a Q1 planner, you didn't order yours, now is the time. I'll put the link down below. And I'll also be filming a video next week on exactly how I use this planner and how I think it would best benefit you. So I had a few people reach out and say like, can you do a video of how you use your planner? Because it took me a long time to develop this planner, a long time. So I really did it based on my workflow and how I've become successful. So like the 3 daily goals and all of that. This is not supposed to be an ad for my planner. I'm just telling you guys that it's still available. I don't want to see anyone miss out on this tool. It's really meant to hold you accountable. And once a month, I'll actually be hosting an accountability call for everyone who ordered the planner. So we'll have a big Zoom meeting. There'll be breakout rooms. We have a whole thing planned for anyone who is using their planner and bought a planner. So it does come with that as well. I am also guaranteeing that if you use this every day for a full quarter, you will see improvement in your business, because it's really going to hold you accountable. So yeah, I'm obviously very excited about these. This is a great product. So there's that, and that's what I'm doing right now, putting my account on hold. There's just way too many shipping issues. I don't want to see my account get dinged. I don't want to lose money, and I thought that was the best thing. The last thing I wanted to talk about this morning, this is just becoming like my Friday wrap up. So because I don't have numbers to share with you, I'm just kind of sharing with you everything that's happening in the reselling world. If you guys did not see this, so Thredup made I am finding the email right now. So Thredup yesterday, someone posted that Thredup had written to them, and they had wrote, so this was like a chat, and it said, I have a question about the current payout percentages. What are the current payout percentages? I had a bag process today and I saw that I'm no longer getting 15% of a $19.99 sell. This is just an example. Every payout was lower than the payout percentage that was listed on the website. And the customer service response from Thredup says this: some low-priced items are ineligible for payouts because their processing costs are higher than their resale value. We know that fast fashion items create waste tied to both manufacturing and the fact that many end up in a landfill. We'll still accept and resell these items to extend their lives and keep them from polluting our planet. However, we'll no longer be paying out for them. I don't know what that means. So if I send a box to Thredup, they're no longer going to be paying me for certain items, but this isn't like announced anywhere. That's wild. Now, you know, I stood up for Thredup on the last changes that they've made, but this just seems totally off. And again, this was just this is just a chat, like an email chat that's going around. So I didn't actually receive this chat, but I mean, it looks very official. It's from their website, and I don't know what's going on, but I don't see how they can just not pay for items anymore when they accept them without giving us warning. That seems like a whole crazy ball game. The other thing I saw today is that, so on Poshmark, you are not technically allowed to use stock photos. If you don't know that, you can, if a company doesn't want you to use their photo, they'll flag it and Poshmark will take it down. Doesn't affect your account, but your listing could get pulled down because of it. Now, it looks like people who are using Thredup photos, a lot of people did this. They sent their items to Thredup, then they pulled them and they took their photos and all of like the measurements and everything and transported that information over to Poshmark. So people who have Thredup photos are getting copyright infringements, and Poshmark is pulling their listings. So Thredup went over to Poshmark, they hired a team, and they are flagging all of those photos, and Poshmark legally has to take it down. We don't own those photos. Those are not our photos, right? So that's something interesting that's happening as well. So Thredup is coming for resellers. They do not want us to be doing that. They made it very clear in their emails. And so if you have Thredup, if you're using Thredup photos, so the photos that Thredup took in your Poshmark listings, I would strongly suggest that you pull those off today. Like, pull the listing down, relist it without those photos, because they can go back in time. So, because you don't want to lose all of your information. You don't want to lose all your likers. You don't want to lose all your stuff. So you might want to go through and pull down any, I didn't do it, but I know a lot of people who did. Pull down any listing that has a Thredup photo because they are flagging them. So that is the reseller tea for the week. It's been a wild week, huh? Next week is Christmas, and I hope that you guys are all, no matter what holiday you celebrate. I personally celebrate Christmas. You might not. You might celebrate Hanukkah. You might celebrate a whole different holiday. But whatever you're doing in the next week, I hope that you enjoy it and that you're having some downtime and taking a moment to appreciate everything in life that is good, even with so many things that are not good happening. So that wraps it up. I don't really have any sales this week. I don't intend to have any sales next week, but I will come in on Friday and just give you an overview. If you liked having this overview and you kind of want me to add it onto my Friday sales reports, let me know. I can give you an overview of what I saw happening in the community. And yeah, I think that's about it. I do have a question for you guys. I was thinking about this recently, and I thought I would have an open-ended question. So If there was one thing you could change about Poshmark, what would it be? So not as a buyer, but as a seller. So as a seller, if you had to come up with like one thing that would help your business grow, what would that one thing be? So maybe that one thing is being able to run a sale in your Poshmark closet, right? So not as a buyer, again, like I really want to know as a seller, what would the one thing be that you would add onto Poshmark or that's already in Poshmark that you would change? What would that be? So leave a comment down below and let me know. And I would love to start an open-ended conversation about this. Anyway, I will see you guys again on Monday with a haul video from my Buffalo exchange trip. If you haven't watched that video from yesterday, go back and watch it. I did great. I spent $500 at Buffalo Exchange. I got some great pieces of like a new Valentino dress. What? And have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching.